According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the price of eggs rose 5.9% last month. Americans are paying an average of $6.23 per dozen despite a decrease in wholesale prices. The program provides kits to international students that include household items like plates, glassware, silverware, to even microwaves. Coming up on WVU News, I'm Madison Ely, and I'll tell you how international students are settling into their new life here in Morgantown. Your trip to the grocery store may become more expensive. I'm Madison Ely, and straight ahead on WVU News, I'll tell you how Trump's tariffs may impact your next grocery bill. In the kitchen, volunteers serve balanced meals that include ham, applesauce, a roll, and green beans to about 62,000 people a year. Handlers train dogs about 90 commands like this, Betty, to assist veterans with their everyday lives. Abigail Ajejimo and her husband Matthew moved to Morgantown from Nigeria to get a master's in communications. She says there are factors that make life living in West Virginia worthwhile.
The environment is comfortable and the people here are welcoming, and apart from that, the cost of living here is affordable.
Homestart Closet at WVU assisted Ajejimo when she arrived in Morgantown. The program's mission is to meet the needs of international students, a decreasing statistic at the university. Volunteer coordinator Liz Finkley says the organization is prepared for new arrivals with donations from the community.
When they walk in the door, there will be something with their name on that they can pick up and feel like somebody appreciates them arriving in Morgantown.
Ajejimo and her husband both volunteer at Homestart as they organize donations to create kits for new students. The program provides kits to international students that include household items like plates, glassware, silverware, to even microwaves. Furniture may also be provided if donations allow. Ajejimo says Homestart helped her feel comfortable and safe in a new home and in a new country.
And I feel more comfortable and also help my academic. I'm not worrying about, okay, how do I get a chair? Because when I first came, get a chair to sit down to study and all that, but it was helpful for me and I felt comfortable sitting there reading my book. I enjoyed it.
The program received nearly $3,000 in item donations last year. Madison Ely, WVU News, Morgantown. George Davis and his service dog Zoe are inseparable.
She's always at my side with me. We're walking through the store, she's constantly looking around, making sure I'm okay. Like I say, one of her greatest traits is bringing joy to so many people.
Davis served in the Army for 20 years and was diagnosed with PTSD. Zoe assists him with his mental health and mobility. She was trained by student handlers at the Hearts of Gold program at WVU, which trained service dogs to be placed with disabled veterans. Program founder Jean Mead says the program is both a learning and meaningful opportunity.
It has impacted lives from the students that have taken our courses and trained our dogs all the way through someone in the community that has never heard of Hearts of Gold but meets one of our dogs on the street.
Dogs are trained for 2 years to do tasks related to mobility and psychiatric disabilities. Their training is tailored towards the client's needs.
Yes, good boy.
Handlers train dogs about 90 commands like this, Betty, to assist veterans with their everyday lives. A U.S. Census Bureau study found nearly a fifth of American veterans suffer from PTSD. Davis says he cannot imagine his life without Zoe.
Did they say you can get a replacement dog? Nobody could ever replace her. I don't want another replacement dog. She's going to be my service dog until one of us goes.
Davis and Zoe have been together for 5 years and are looking forward to many more. Madison Ely, WVU News, Morgantown. Tony Roush says he spends about $160 a week to feed his family of 4. And with grocery prices on the rise, he's already making adjustments to save money.
Things have already been going up the whole time, so I've kind of countered for that, maybe buying a little bit less of something instead of buying like a 24 pack of something, maybe buy a smaller amount. So kind of making those adjustments as we go along.
Economists say these price increases are partially due to the Trump administration's tariffs. Tariffs are taxes imposed on foreign goods that are ultimately paid by consumers through price increases. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the price of eggs rose 5.9% last month. Americans are paying an average of $6.23 per dozen despite a decrease in wholesale prices. But it's not just eggs. A Yale University study says consumers can expect to see the price of food increase by nearly 3% in the coming months.
They'll drive up inflation. I mean, depending on how high the tariffs ultimately are and how broad they ultimately are, because all this is in flux for at least 90 more days.
Roush says price increases will affect not only his family, but he's more concerned about his neighbors.
Eventually there has to be a ceiling to where people will, not be able to pay for it. I mean, we're fortunate and, we have what we need, but obviously it affects people that are less fortunate more so than myself so far.
Prices on produce and other fresh foods are expected to increase first, making healthy eating more expensive. Madison Ely, WVU News, Morgantown. This is Madison Ely reporting live from Reynolds Hall on WVU's downtown campus, where I'm with Dr. John Deskins today. How are you?
Doing just fine.
For my next story on WVU News, I am covering how Trump's tariffs will impact Americans and how their spending habits will be. Dr. Deskins, what exactly are the tariffs and what do Americans need to know?
Sure. Well,